Hi guys, Dr. Natty here from Myokinetics Physical Therapy and Performance, and today I want to talk to you guys about how to pick the right physical therapist for you. So I know going through rehab, especially after you have surgery, it's extremely important who you get to pick, right? Especially to work with you to overcome your injury. So me being a physical therapist and work with a lot of high-level athletes and people who just like a competitor, especially weekend warriors, these are extremely important questions that you have to answer for yourself, right? So number one, here's how I would pick my own physical therapist. So number one, I would pick someone that actually have seen this injury and rehab the injury that I have countless of time. So what that means is that I would pick someone who's an expert in this field, someone who have seen, let's say if I tear my ACL, I would want someone like myself who actually rehab ACL as a career, right? Someone that have seen ACL thousands of times, know the ins and outs. And the reason why you want this, you want someone who have seen almost all the possibility of setback. Because guess what, guys? When you go through rehab, you're going to go to highs and low. And as soon as you hit the low, you need someone to pull you out of those lows. So that way you can keep ascending towards your goal. So having someone who is an expert in that surgery, in that body part, that is extremely important. Number two, you want a physical therapist who actually understands the activity that you do, whether that's your sport or your hobby. What I mean by that is that if you just go to a generic physical therapist that doesn't truly understand the depth of your sport or your hobby, you're just gonna get a genetic result, right? That's like going to, a food court. You're only gonna get, food court level service. You're not gonna get Michelin star service, right? If you believe to your body, it's a Michelin star restaurant, you deserve that. You need someone who specializes in that hobby. For example, I specialize in working with, football player, lacrosse player, right? So some of those things where when I come in, I know exactly what position they're in. I know exactly what the end goal look like, especially based on the level that they're gonna be playing at. So I know how to get them there because I know the beginning and I know what the ends need to look like, right? If someone come in and they say, hey, I'm a pickleball athlete, I'm not a pickleball expert, so I'm not going to be able to help you get to your goal. And I'll be honest with you as well, right, that I'm not the person that can help you there, right? So you need to find someone that actually match your goal and understand what your goal is going to be. The third one, you actually need someone who can really help you form a roadmap. The whole thing with rehab is that it's messy. It's messy because there's a lot of ups and downs, like I said before. So if you have someone that actually can point you out in the right directions, like, hey, here's what week one's going to look like. Here's what week two is going to look like. Here's the third month, fourth month, and fifth month. That will actually give you a lot of clarity. So that way you know you're on the right track, right? I say it all the time. My role as a physical therapist, I'm like Gandalf, and you guys like Frodo. I'm there to help you get to Mordor, so that way you can drop the ring off and then burn it, right? That's the mission. So that way you can go home safely, right? And the last thing, all leading up to this is the most important thing I look for when it comes to a physical therapist that I would pick. It's someone who actually believes what I can achieve. Someone that can actually see my true potential. Someone that has hope for me, right? Just because if I have a PT who actually really hopeful and optimistic about my outcome, guess what? That's a PT that's gonna push me forward into the level that I have not been pushed before. And the reason why I say that is because when I get to work with an athlete and I get to see their potential, what they're capable of, I know I can push them past their limit, especially when they're in pain and they don't trust their body yet. I need to believe that you, the patient, can accomplish these things first before I push you to do them. So that's probably the most important thing. Someone that you can trust, someone that sees you for your potential and see you as a person, someone can spend a lot of time with you, someone that know that they'll be right next to you, especially when you have a bad day and a setback. They can pick you back up and say, hey, we got this, let's do this together, right? And the biggest thing for me, that's why it's part of the core value here in Myokinetics, is that someone that can inspire hope, right? Someone that can help you see hopes again, because once you get injured, you kind of lost a little bit of hope. You want a PT that can spark that hope, restore that hope for you. So I hope this has been helpful for you, and these are my guide to pick a physical therapist that I would love to work with. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you do, please subscribe and like, and I'll see you guys next time.